equally good at digging for a personal strength or a past success.
Yeah.
So that clarify the past performance. That's one way to build confidence. The next way is other people's performance. Okay, so one of my favorite acronyms is HOPE. HOPE. Hold on, possibilities exist. Now there's another acronym with it. Here you get hope by hearing other people's experiences, right? So if you succeed in a sport, I say, you know, Wendy did it. I could probably do it too. But wait, it's not just Wendy who's had success with it. It's also this person and that person and another person. And all of a sudden it becomes, you know, I can do this, right? I think one of the things about The Biggest Loser on TV when you watch that is you see other people losing a lot of weight. And when you see all those people lose weight, you're like, you know what? They're doing it. They were heavy. That person was heavier than me. That person was, you know, very similar. This person's very similar to myself. I can relate to that person. So you want to have a whole list of other people who've succeeded in something that you're doing. Mm-hmm. And even if it's something that maybe you're trying to do something that no one else has done before, chances are someone else has come at least close to what you're trying to do. Or maybe they've done that, but in a different field. Like maybe no one's gone undefeated in I don't know, field hockey. So what about soccer? What about lacrosse? Try to pull from those other sports. And again, it's doing research, doing some digging, finding reasons why success is possible. So HOPE, hear other people's experience, and you learn, hold on, possibilities exist.
Love it.
Making those lists. And another thing with other people's performances, also, each sport has its own technical elements, its specific skills. And oftentimes, there's different ways of succeeding. There's no one right way in wrestling there's no one right takedown. There's several different takedowns you could do. Okay, so I would look at the skill that I use most frequently. And I would say, okay, who else at a high level succeeds using this skill? And I would use, and now with the perks of YouTube and all these other different sites, you could watch videos of people succeeding with the same technique that you use, right? So I don't know, I'm sure in hockey there's different ways you could take a shot, a wrist shot, a slap shot, all different ways. Well, if you have a specific preference of how you shoot, watch someone else who shoots with the same preference as you. So that builds confidence that, again, if they do it, if they can succeed, you can too.
Nice.
So it's other people's performance. Now, the third way we said was the motivation and pep talks. And this does work. A lot of people think this is the only way you improve your confidence. Just, you know, the coach gives the win one for the Gipper speech, and you go out there and get it done like the movies and everything. But there is something to it. You want to surround yourself with people who will tell you positive things. You know, you want to stay away from negative, small-time thinkers. That would be the opposite of what we're talking about here. So just know what kind of things make you confident. Know what people, what movies, what songs. Really have a good understanding of what your personal on button is. And everyone we might have some similarities, but everyone is a little bit different. So what works for Wendy doesn't necessarily work for Gene. But you know what? I'm going to ask Wendy what she does because maybe I can take some of that. Maybe some of it will work for me. So along the lines of these pep talks and motivation is your favorite quotes, favorite inspiring quotes, movies, songs, and people, and surround yourself with that on a regular basis. Great athletes do this naturally all the time. So now you have the knowledge to do it. You could just start doing it on your own.
Right.
So that's the pep talks and motivation. And then finally, the last one to improve confidence is body language. And we already kind of spoke about this. And that's the way you act is the way you start to feel. It works both ways, right? You've heard about the study where, you know, they have people smiling for an extended period of time, and then after they gauge the person's happiness before and after smiling, and it goes up a little bit, right? They get a little bit happier just because of the fact that they were smiling. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to pull you out of a major depression, obviously, but if it could take us on a scale of 1 to 10 from 4 to 7, that's a win. So we're